I am nothing without my religion, without my faith, or my wisdom. You might see me talking, but is it even worth me living if I ain't got fear or faith or religion? Since the end of the beginning, and my soul's been taken. All this time I thought I was winning. Now I'm going through registration. Will my name be called by the one who rose, or by the one who falls face down and balls?
Abdullah ibn Ubay was the leader of the hypocrites. Was it Ubay? Abdullah was his son. Ubay ibn Salul, Abdullah was his son. But Ubay ibn Salul was the leader of the hypocrites. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he knew he was the one. I think everybody knew it actually. But he was always making excuses for him. Always making excuses for him. Because even though if someone is a non-Muslim, it is true that it is true that the sacredness of honor and blood, and it's not the same exactly. But the general akhlaq of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that this is why some scholars said, they were asked, is it permissible to backbite a non-Muslim? They said, it's not the same as backbiting a Muslim. But if you get used to backbiting anybody, it will become your manner. And that manner will affect. You see, it's like what the Prophet said, keep away from the doubtful things. Because if you keep falling into the doubtful things, you will definitely go into the haram. It's the same thing. If you just get used to backbiting, slandering, even if it's someone who is permissible to do, you will soon fall into doing it to someone who is not permissible. It will happen. It's not a good characteristic. So brothers, please, we need to start with ourselves. We need to start with ourselves. Many times we hear people say, the best dawah is the dawah through example. But these people who say this are the people who themselves don't have a good example. Right? Actually, they say this just as an excuse not to give dawah. That's what it is. It's just an excuse. Oh, no, we give dawah through example. What, like cheating and stealing and lying and what? Is that the example, right? Selling drugs and, what? Is that the example you're talking about? What example are you talking about that we Muslims are supposed to be giving? At least we could talk to people and convey the message of Islam and say, you know what, I'm not the best example, but Islam is the truth, whether the Muslims are a good example or not. So brothers, really, I gave a khutbah about dawah. Really, I wanted, but it's funny. I was sitting in my purpose was to talk about dawah, but people ask me to come and talk about other things. Like kids, listening to your parents and respecting your teachers. I have to mention it. But you know what? If you love one another, you wouldn't have that problem, right? Would you? Right? If the kids really, if you love your teacher and you love your parents and everyone really loves one another, you understand what love is, right? And everyone gives love and shows love, I don't think you have the problem. You wouldn't have it. I don't think you have the problem. So I think this is, love is very important. This is part of our deen. Love one another. If the Prophet said, you will not enter paradise till you believe, and you will not believe until you love one another, this includes not just the Muslim brother and sister, even more it's got to include your mother and your father and your aunts and your uncles and your kids and your grandkids. But I don't know why. I know in some Muslim cultures, it's like they don't know how to express love. Some kids I know never heard from their parents, I love you. I know this. I know this particularly in some Pakistani families. They never heard their father say, I love you. Never. That's just, I don't even know what to say about that. I don't want to, it's so sad. The Prophet used to kiss Hassan and Hussein, his grandson, used to kiss them, and some Bedouin, because they used to take pride in being tough. They used to take such pride. That's why they used to bury their baby daughters alive, because they thought it would make them tough. They say, we don't kiss our children. And the Prophet said, how will Allah have mercy upon somebody who has no mercy? This is our deen, mercy and love. So, my dear brothers, we need to extend as well this mercy and love to the people who are not Muslims, because they also, they need to hear this message. And passing that message is the greatest manifestation of love and mercy, because, subhanAllah, there is nothing we should love more than this deen of Islam. If you truly know Islam, there's nothing that you will love more than this religion. Nothing. You will love this deen more than everything. And if you truly love Islam, you will not be able to stop yourself sharing this message with others. So please, brothers and sisters, get involved in the da'wah. Tomorrow, unfortunately, I will be here, but we have some really amazing brothers involved in the da'wah, alhamdulillah, for years now, alhamdulillah, got so much experience and very capable in delivering this training in a few hours. And what you will learn in a few hours is a simple techniques about how to talk to a non-Muslim to Islam. I was sitting there with the brothers from the Manchester Dawah, Team Dawah Manchester, TDM, Team Dawah Manchester, and I was asking them about the experience of Dawah. Alhamdulillah, after they learned this technique, one of the brothers was saying, you know what, my conversations used to be just random. I talk about this and this and this and this. You can talk for hours just about hundreds of different things. But now, I have structure. I know what to say. I know what are the main points that I need to get across. Yeah. So this is all it's about. So please just, even if you, mashallah, have knowledge, you have ilm, be surprised. Right? And maybe even memorizing the Quran, and you will not quite get this, I'd be surprised. Even I know sheikhs and things who don't know these simple dawah techniques, because that's not what they do, So please come. Don't think that you're too knowledgeable or too old or too. Everyone can benefit from this. So I've taken too much of your time. Please forgive me for anything I said that may have upset you. And I love you for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's so alhamdulillah for Islam. Alhamdulillah, we have beautiful Muslim brothers, alhamdulillah, and beautiful Muslim sisters, and this brotherhood of Islam is the biggest ni'mah, alhamdulillah. Jazakallah, assalamu
gets made for my Lord, like a soldier. To bust my gun to be a soldier.
Jazakallah khair. Allah reward you for this. Jazakallah khair for you guys for turning up. And Allah reward each and every one of you, inshallah. Inshallah, we hope to see you tomorrow as well. Like the Shaykh said, there's going to be training, da'wah training course, inshallah. We hope to see you tomorrow. Jazakallah khair. 11 till 1 o'clock. So inshallah, try your best to attend. If you can't make it, at least pass the message around and see as many people that can attend, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu
So they can say what they want, I'm a soldier. And I don't need to drop no bombs to be a soldier. So they can say what they want, I remain a soldier like a soldier.